Greetings, my name is Leandro Vega. This presentation is showed a lesson plan for 5th grade in the subject of social studies. The topic is about the colonia in Colombia. The matter is Didactics of Social Science. My subject is 5th grade lesson plan. What was the colonia? My lesson plan is grade 50. Teacher is Leandro Garreal. Topic: what was the colonia? Time 2 hour. The skill is listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Social Science BBA, Basic Learning Right. I identified the purpose of Spanish colonial organization and describe basic aspects of their functioning. Second, identify and compare some causes that gave rise to the different historical periods in Colombia: discovery, colony, independence. Aim. Objectives. The objectives of the plan is familiarize the student with vocabulary from the context of the colonial period in Colombia and to introduce concepts of state administration, etc. Resources: board, markets, video game, presentation software, computer, and internet. Skill is listening by means of the teacher's presentation of some visual aids. Speaking: student will perform different impersonations orally. Reading: student will read some text about the colony to solve the questionnaire. And writing: student will solve several questions in writing form. The classroom phase is activities indicator, produce communication activities, time, and assessment. Classroom: greetings, prayer, roll call, notice about pending activities, call for attention. Same mind. Assessment: in this part of the class, the student's behavior is primarily evaluated. Okay. And presentation stage to get the student to understand the meaning of administer, govern, station, regulation, colony. Question: to learn about the students' knowledge. What do the following words mean to you? Administrate, govern, institution, regulation, colony. And second, answer and argue. You answer: what are different between a king and president? What is a good ruler? What is a bad ruler? And 53 minds. In this phase, the evaluation is directed to the formative part, the respect towards their peers, to the listen to the opinion of their peers. The teacher evaluates the students' previous concepts in order to identify which element to add to their presentation or emphasis and which not to expand on. Okay, continue. What's the other question? What can the government do if they are dissatisfied with their ruler? Who do you obey? Who do you not obey? Why do people are kept power and authority? Teacher presentation with audiovisual aids, board, minds, maths, concept maths, timelines, synoptic charts, maps, photograph. Second phase, practice stage. In this part of the class, students will perform proposed activities to clarify concepts and measures whether the presentation were clear. Practice workshop where you solve in groups of 4 to several questions in the context of the colonial era, such, for example, if you were the king of Spain in the 16th century, whose war you have to consult before enacting laws and ordinances. If you were a Spanish merchant in the 17th century, to who do you have to pay taxes? And three phase production stage. In this part of the classroom group will perform different activities assigned by the teacher. And this part is on group will identify Spanish colonial organization and they propose by personification H1. Another group which personifies most representative characters of the colonial period. Another group will perform a representation of the role of the commoners. Time is 13 minutes. The evaluation will done by means of a rubric designed by the teacher to evaluate the appropriation of concept. The homework. The homework is one research some of the famous pirates of the time: Henry Morgan, Francis Drake, Lauren de Graaf, Richard Grevins, George Clovers, John Hawkins. Second, identify the difference and similarities between colonial pirates and those who today sells movies, books, and to not pay taxes. The presentation stage. The presentation consists of a greeting, a roll call, question about pre-knowledge, and the teacher's presentation supports by videos, math charts, accompanied by questions to the students to connect to the topic. Practice stage. The practice consists in solving a workshop based readings about the teacher presentation, which is done in groups. And production stage. The production consists in the student making personification of the administration, the characteristics of the colony, and presentation the revolution of the commoners. Another question the teacher, the tutor, is will a variety of teaching strategies be used to increase students' engagement and maximize learning? For example, will there be a balance of lecture problem solving, question, and practicals? The class starts by asking about pre-knowledge. In this part, the students participate activity. The teacher listens and does not correct. The student question each other. The teacher moderates the lecture. Then the teacher's presentation goes asking questions about the concept mentioned and asking for analogies and examples from the students. The try teacher intention is a dynamic class. The second question the teacher: does the lesson plan have room to the teacher to flexibly and take advantage of opportunity there are raised in explained in the classroom? The lesson plan is a flexible structure. Students express their concerns and the teacher can change the direction of the objective according to the concern of the student. If the class presents an environment conducive to talk about a topic that interesting and the teacher contributes with his point of view, is a moment of meaningful learning. The other question the teacher: how can player connect speak activity and relates to the current lesson? I usually relate them to activities that they know. How is the state administration? How do they think was administered before in the colony? Had they seen movie or novel that shows that colony was like in Colombia? The conclusion, lesson plan present the structure for conductors and class, but they must be subject to the interest of the student in order for meaningful learning to take place.